Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. And in this part of the Cricket Happening Show, we will first have a look at the second one-day international where I left you yesterday in the midst of it, where the second ODI between Sri Lanka and New Zealand became very, very interesting. And as I said, it was very, very impossible for New Zealand to actually win the match. But definitely I would say it's like a miracle that happened there because of Tom Latham's batting, Luke Ronchi, and then finally the final fling was given by Nathan Mcullum, the brother of Brendan Mcullum, who thrashed 20 runs of that over when 20 runs were required. In fact, he thrashed more than 20 runs. If you look at it, he thrashed almost 20 were needed of that over. But if you see that he already hit 3 sixes, 1 4, and he took another 3 runs. So basically, it was a 25-run over from Rangana Herath to Nathan Mcullum. And Nathan Mcullum definitely became a hero there. What hitting by Nathan Mcullum. So as I said, it was Sri Lanka was in the ascendancy in the sense that Duckworth-Lewis, because of the rain, the Duckworth-Lewis method came into the picture. Even though Sri Lanka made only 138, the mathematical calculation said that New Zealand have to make 198 in 23 overs. So that was a very, very stiff task. But the way the New Zealand batsmen handled it, that was something, a real sight to actually go and watch it at the ground. Such was the performance from the New Zealand batsmen, and the youngsters would be very proud of it. And as you know, they are going to be the future of New Zealand cricket. Well, I'll come back to that later. So New Zealand actually picking up their first win, and they're leading the one-day series 1-0 in the 3-match series, only 1 to go. So Sri Lanka now can't win this one-day series. They can only draw this series if they win the third one-day international. And then we'll look at that. And then right now, I do see that there is a T20 match which is happening between South Africa and Pakistan. In fact, the innings break right now, and Pakistan have been totally kept under control by South Africa. Actually, Pakistan batted first in this match at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, and Pakistan have finished with a very, very poor score. They have been restricted to 98 for 9 of their 20 overs, and South Africa would be batting after the innings break. Probably another 5 minutes time we should have South Africa batting, and I don't think I'll be there to really give any cricket commentary there. And the damage has been done up front by Dale Steyn and Sotsobe, and then finally it was Ryan McLaren, Imran Tahir picking up the wickets. A few needless runouts in the middle. One run out of Umar Akmal, who was the highest scorer with 49. There's nothing to really talk about. I'll come back to that later. But first, let's look at the second one-day international, where I said we will go to the New Zealand innings, because I already talked about the Sri Lankan innings yesterday. As far as the New Zealand innings were concerned, also one more thing that I would like to tell you, dear fans, that time permitting, not only time permitting, I'll definitely talk about that, because that is very important. The Sachin Tendulkar Test series between India and West Indies, which is going on, and tomorrow it's a great day, and it's a red letter day as far as Indian cricket is concerned, because Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, on his home ground at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, will be saying sayonara to international cricket when he plays his 200th Test match. And on the same token, Shivnarine Chanderpaul from West Indies would also be adding some significance to it when he will be playing his 150th Test match. But Sachin Tendulkar, all eyes will be on Sachin Tendulkar when tomorrow at the Wankhede Stadium, India take on the West Indies. And one would be hoping that India win the toss and elect to bat first. At least the spectators would get a glimpse of Tendulkar early on in this particular Test match. I, for one, would like to do that. Well, so let's look at the New Zealand innings. The New Zealand innings, well, they didn't have a good start at all. They were absolutely, tottering at one stage after losing Dave Stage, Nicol and Elliott in pretty quick succession, and they were 34 for 3. Colin Munro came into the crease and showed some very good switch hits in his 15 of 12 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. So that made it 68 for 4 in the 11th over. And that was the time Tom Latham, who was there, the reason that the score was at 68 was thanks to Latham, who was actually hitting a lot of boundaries, showing some real urgency as far as batting was concerned. As and when he used to get strike, he used to take advantage. Luke Ronchi then joined him, and this was the time, this was the partnership which really said that New Zealand, it really enabled New Zealand to actually reach the target of 198 runs from 23 overs. And Tom Latham rightly was named man of the match because he combined into a useful partnership, a very important partnership at that, because it yielded almost 93 runs between Luke Ronchi and Luke Ronchi and Tom Latham, and Tom Latham actually picking up his maiden 50 there, going on to make 86 of 68 balls with 12 fours and 1 6, and Luke Ronchi also contributing in equal measure, 49 of 26 deliveries, 7 fours and 1 6, and the way they played, it was absolutely common sense, a lot of intelligent cricket by both the batsmen, initially not taking any risks, and then finally choosing the bowlers to really hit. In fact, they also, if you look at it, I mean, one would have never thought that New Zealand would have actually won the match, but even with the spearhead, the pace spearhead Lasith Malinga there, but still they also had Lasith Malinga really searching, because they started hitting him out of his length. And Tom Latham, as I said, was very, very impressive in his knock. It was a very, very stroke-studded knock from him of 86 of 68 balls with 12 fours and 1 6, and that was the time. I mean, they had taken the score on to 161 in the 21st over, but still there was a lot of work to do. And Tom Latham's contribution was 86. Luke Ronchi 49 of 26 deliveries, 7 fours and 1 6, really doing a superb job there. In fact, suddenly things started after all the hard work was done by Luke Ronchi and Latham. Suddenly again Sri Lanka started at 68 for 4. Sri Lanka were absolutely on the ascendant in 11 overs, and after that when they in the 20th over, by 2 double strikes, not only breaking the partnership, Mcullum, who had actually given them the breakthrough, did the same. In fact, he came in and picked up Latham's wicket for 86, and he also dismissed Ronchi for 49, and that was the time one felt that now it's going to be a very, very stiff task, and considering that Sri Lanka are very experienced, they would probably take the game. But let me tell you what transpired. I'm just going to go through some commentary here. After that 2 wickets were gone, Latham and Mcullum had 2 wickets in the 21st over, and New Zealand at that particular stage still required a lot of runs. In fact, 32 runs were required at that particular stage. After 21 overs, New Zealand were 166 for 6, and they required another 32 runs to actually win the match. And Malinga bowled to Mcullum. That was the 22nd over. Mcullum actually got a Yorker, but he flicked it over mid-wicket for a boundary. And then the final ball from Mcullum was also dismissed from Lasith Malinga was also dismissed for a 4, which was done very well by Mcullum, as he actually smashed that ball over Malinga's head for a 4. So that took some real doing there, but Mcullum really showed that guts to do it. And 22 overs were gone, 12 runs taken from that over, and New Zealand score stood at 178 for 6 at that stage. And now Mcullum was there and Neesham was there at the crease, and 20 were needed of the last over, and Rangana Herath was given the responsibility. And as you know, Rangana Herath is a very good bowler, but again it is a pretty big risk to have a spinner bowling the final over, and that's what I would say the Sri Lankan captain Angelo Matthews gambled in. And that gamble really proved absolutely wrong, because what happened was the first 2 balls Neesham played, he got 2 runs, then he took a single, and then it all started. Once everything was over, there were 4 more balls required, and the equation at the start of the 23rd over, the final over was 20 runs to win of the over, and 3 runs were taken by Neesham, and then it got Nathan Mcullum on strike, and Nathan Mcullum saw to it that he never gave Neesham the strike. By the third delivery that Rangana Herath bowled, it was smashed over extra cover for a 6. What a shot! He actually gave himself room down the leg side and smashed Rangana Herath for a 6. And then the next delivery, the 4th delivery, Mcullum, what he did is this was one more shot over extra cover, and this was once again done. Again, it was the similar shot where Herath bowled, and it was a length ball, and Mcullum actually moved down the leg side and slammed that for a boundary, and so then it reduced the equation to just 7 runs required of 2 balls, and Mcullum did not want to waste any time, he went smashing. What he did this time is actually he actually went and deposited Rangana Herath over long off for a 6. So that actually leveled the scores. And after that, the last delivery, only 1 run was required, but Nathan Mcullum decided that enough is enough, and he wants to really give it the real full Monty, as he actually what he did is he actually smacked that ball, the final delivery where only 1 run was required for New Zealand to win the match, and he put it over long on for a huge 6, and that was all over. What a match here. Nathan Mcullum giving the finishing touches, but definitely the hard work was done by Tom Latham in particular, who was the man of the match, and ronchi, but finally it was New Zealand who actually won the match, and what a way to win the match. In fact, Sri Lanka would have never expected that. That would have come as a great surprise for them, and New Zealand now lead the 3-match series 1-0 with only 1 to go. New Zealand winning the match by 4 wickets. Again, this was the Duckworth-Lewis method, and I would say New Zealand were at a marked disadvantage when 198 runs were required of the 23 overs, but well, New Zealand did absolutely the impossible was done by them, and congratulations to them. What a match we had here at the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. Well, so let's shift from here now. And I do see that South Africa are doing well here after in the second in the first T20 match played at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, where, as I said, Pakistan were all out and were restricted to 98 for 9 of 20 overs. Not a good show at all by Pakistan, and the highest scorer was Umar Akmal, who was run out after making 49 of 41 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. And it was basically the Pakistan innings really went into a real tailspin there with Ronwabo Sotsobe. Let's look at the bowling figures. I'm sorry, more than the batting, one should look at the bowling figures. The bowling figures: Ronwabo Sotsobe 4 overs 2 maidens, 2 for 9, bowled splendidly. Dale Steyn continuing his good work, 4 overs no maiden, 3 for 15. Ryan McLaren was costly, 1 for 29 of 4. Wayne Parnell was wicketless, none for 27. Imran Tahir 4 overs no maiden, 2 for 17. And the Pakistan innings, they were 98 for 9. Ahmed Shahzad making a blob. Sohail Maqsood was told to open the innings, but it failed. He was gone for 4. Shahid Afridi was promoted in the batting order. He was sent 1 down, but it really didn't matter. He was out for 10 of 13 balls with 1 4. Mohammad Hafiz was, as you know, is the Bugs Bunny of Dale Steyn, and once again that proved right, as Mohammad Hafiz was out for a duck. Shoaib Malik making 12 of 23 balls with no boundaries. Umar Akmal, the highest scorer, with 49 of 41 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. Abdul Razak coming into the team, making 10 of 16 balls with 1 4. Tanveer making a duck. Abdul Rahman not out 7. Syed Ajmal bowls 10 for duck. And right now, as far as the cricket update goes, South Africa, in reply to Pakistan's 98 for 9 of 20 overs, are doing well here. They are 12 for no loss after 2 overs. Hashim Amla is not out on 9 of 7 balls with 1 4. Quinton de Kock is not out on 3 of 5 balls. And the bowler who has been bowling is Mohammad Hafiz and Mohammad Irfan. In fact, Hafiz has been sent for 9 runs of his first over. Irfan has bowled well. He's given him only 3 runs. It doesn't look like Pakistan will win this match. It's a clear case, I think, that South Africa are going to take this match hands down. Well, so that's what. And tomorrow, as I said, the Sachin Tendulkar series. Sachin Tendulkar's when he'll be walking into Mumbai, the Wankhede Stadium, his home ground. He will be loudly cheered. Already there is a lot of hype going on, a lot of celebration. I'm sure the crackers are going to burst like anything when Sachin Tendulkar walks out tomorrow at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, because being from Mumbai, I know what cricket is to Mumbaites, and well, I'm hoping that Sachin Tendulkar signs off in great style in his 200 Test match and in his final match of his international career. If at all, I would wish that Sachin Tendulkar either scores a century or a double century, because at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai has not been a happy hunting ground for Tendulkar. Unfortunately, he has just scored 1 Test century over there. So I wish him good luck, and I wish Sachin Tendulkar signs off in absolutely great style in his international career in this final Test match, which is coming up tomorrow between India and West Indies in the Sachin Tendulkar series. Tendulkar, one hopes that for Mumbaites and for all the world cricket fans, that he either scores a century or a double century, and parts from all of us in a wonderful style. Well, wish you good luck, Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, on the last test match of his international career. This is your host Ram, ending up the cricket show for today. Thank you.